Hey guys, welcome back to a new reaction on this channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to some more children of freaking Bodom with their song Angels Don't Kill. And I'm just extremely excited, guys. It's been freaking long, I know that. I really know that. My last Children of Bodom reaction, and my only one, and the only song I ever listened of Children of Bodom, was in April 2023, so almost 3 years ago. That's absolutely insane. That was the song Bottom After Midnight, and it was a really cool song in my opinion. A really good one. I never expected that because I usually thought Children of Bodom is going into a type of metal direction I usually don't listen to, but it was a really amazing track, I'm honest. I have it in my private Spotify playlist here and there. I listen to that song, especially the guitars and also the screams. Freaking catchy, I'm honest with you. A really good song. And I also have something to say because sometimes, you guys know, I react here on the channel to more older metal bands or progressive bands, whatever. If it's Opeth, if it's Tool, if it's whatever, I have absolutely no idea, Porcupine Tree, and so on and so on. But I have to say, the Children of Bodom fanbase is really solid. Holy crap. Because usually when a young guy like me, I mean, I'm not the youngest, I'm also going to my 30s, I know that. But if a new guy listens to an older band, and then there are these fans that have been fans since 20, 30 years, and then they see this new guy, maybe not 100% appreciate the type of music, and then there is a lot of hate. I'm honest, guys. If I react to Opeth, if I react to Tool or whatever, there's a lot of hate down in the comments because I'm too young, I don't understand the music, whatever. But I'm honest with you, after my first Children of Bodom reaction, there was not negativity or anything. So many positive comments. I really appreciate that. Absolutely amazing. I mean, why should there be so much hate? And even if I guess even if I would say, hey, I'm not the Children of Bodom guy, even then I guess the fans would say, hey, yeah, totally fine. Because that's usually the thing. If you listen to my favorite band and you will say, hey, I don't freaking care about that, I would say, cool, that's okay. I don't have to attack you. But yeah. But hey, I really like the first Children of Bodom song. Maybe I will like this one as well. Like I said, Angels Don't Kill. I'm super excited. Let's freaking go.
I want no one to escape.
Alright, guys, I'm sorry to pause after because of copyright strikes. You guys know that is Children of Bodom if Angels Don't Kill. And I have to admit another time that it's a really good song. It's a really good one. And also here I have to say the guitars are freaking good. The guitars are really, really good. They're really catchy. And usually I'm not the guitars guy. Definitely not. You guys know I play drums. I screamed here and there and stuff like that, but I never got really in contact with guitars. So usually guitars are the instrument of the band, especially in the metal scene. That is usually that leaves me a little bit cold because I mean, yeah, you can absolutely do amazing things with guitars, and there are definitely bands who really got me with their guitars, like Children of Bodom, but usually they leave me a little bit more colder than the drums, for example. But here I have to say, I think the guitars are freaking carrying Children of Bodom. The guitars are really, really good. The guitars are making the song freaking catchy, and that's really awesome. Like I said, usually Children of Bodom is going to a music direction that is not my type of music, but they definitely got something. They got something unique, and I if I remember that right, Children of Bodom is no longer right. The band is not longer active. It's super sad, super freaking sad. But I guess one of their member died, right? I'm sorry if I forgot that. But I think Children of Bodom is a massive group. I'm honest. I understand why they got a really big fan base. I understand why Children of Bodom was a really, really big metal band. I definitely understand it. It's really good. It's really good. And even if the song is a little bit slower and softer, if I can say that, when I compare this to Bottom After Midnight, of course. And I'm usually more into more faster and heavier tracks because I freaking love metalcore or Lorna Shore, deathcore stuff. But even, like I said, it still got me. It still got me, even if it's a slower track, even if it's a more softer track. I mean, it's still the Children of Bodom singer, but they freaking got me. I don't know. I don't freaking know. I understand why there's no freaking hate, because I can't tell you a bad thing about this band. I can tell you bad things, or for me personal, of course. Everything I say is just me personal. I can tell you that I don't like Opeth, that I don't like a lot of Tool songs or whatever. And of course there is so much hate because of that. But Children of Bodom, a freaking solid band. I have nothing to criticize. I mean, for my personal taste. It's unbelievable. Guys, we go a little bit back. Go back to the song. That was Children of Bodom with the song Angels Don't Kill. And this is another freaking good Children of Bodom song. I'm honest with you. Another song from our private Spotify playlist. I can tell you. Like I said, I think the band is carried. The band is carried completely from the guitars. The guitars are so freaking good in this band. It's unbelievable. Like I said, guitars usually leaves me cold, especially also guitar solos. Guitar solos, I don't freaking care. You can make the biggest guitar solo. I would sit there and say, great. Cool, thumbs up. But also here, the guitar solo here was short, but massive. Really massive. I guess it's also because when I think of guitar solos, of course I think of bands like Iron Maiden or Metallica, whatever. Also older, really, really big metal bands. And the problem I have, especially also with bands like Iron Maiden, is that they have also really good guitar solos. Don't get me wrong. The problem is that a song is 10 minutes long, and then they have a 2 minutes, a really good track, and then they have 8 minutes of guitar solo, and that's freaking long. And at one point, it's freaking boring, in my opinion. Just my personal opinion. And also, sometimes they play something on the guitar, and then they just loop it. And then they are just playing that on freaking loop. I guess there is one really good example, an Iron Maiden song I usually really like because it sounds amazing, but it's usually 30 minutes, the same thing all over. I guess it's from Iron Maiden, The Red and the Black. Is that the name of the song? In my opinion, a good song, but it's usually really, like I said, 30 minutes, the same thing all over again. And that's exactly what I mean, that they have, that they play something really, really awesome on the guitar, and then they're just looping that for 5-6 minutes, and then I think, yeah, at one point it will get boring. Just like I said, maybe it's just me, but and Children of Bodom doesn't give me that. They are not giving me that. They make different things with the guitars. It sounds freaking amazing, and that's what it should be, in my opinion. That's what it should be. So I just could say Children of Bodom, massive band, massive freaking band. Really enjoyed that. I really like that. I'm honest with you. I'm looking forward to my next Children of Bodom reaction. I'm honest with you. Like I said, at first, before I did the very first Children of Bodom reaction, I was freaking scared because I thought, oh, this will be another one of these older bands that will hit my taste and stuff like that. But they freaking did. And now I'm looking forward to the next one. Unbelievable. But it is true. I'm honest with you. Guys, thanks for this request. If you haven't seen my first Children of Bodom reaction to Bodom After Midnight, I will give you the link to the video right now in the outro. Just click on the video on the screen and you can watch it if you want to. If you want to talk about Children of Bodom with me or our community, join our community Discord. Link is down in the description. You can join anytime. You can talk about anything you want. It'd be cool to see you there. And then I'll see you guys again in another reaction. Would be awesome. And I say, bye!